Okay, people, I'm recording, okay? And I have, two new decks. This is called 78 Stories. 78 Stories, okay? There's 78 cards. This right here is the Mystical Soul Tarot deck. We're going to use both of them. I have a special request. This is what the cards look like. For a reading on the baby. Little bit. I gotta look. I gotta look. Okay, this is 78 cards, and this is what that looks like. Okay, and we are going to now this camera. I'm on my iPad, my new iPad, and I'm trying to find a comfortable way to record on here. Okay, so have patience. It's lit. It's not that much smoke. I want a lot of smoke. I want that smoke. Okay, there we go. That's right. And I have reversed them, okay? And what that means is I have cut the deck and turned it opposite ways. So that allows for reversals, okay? And I shuffled them because the cards come in order, starting from 0 to whatever number they go up to, 78, okay? So let me get my phone because I got to see what the request was for. This is a cold reading, okay? So I don't know anything about this person. I don't keep up with them. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I got another request. G-Man Lil T, whose real name is Tyzion Harris. Oh, he was gunned down, okay, in Virginia. Okay, so let me respond right now. Will do. Thanks for the request. Smiley face. Okay. So let's see, who do we have here in my alerts? Okay. Lil Baby, the rapper Lil Baby. Okay. So let me see who the rapper Lil Baby is, just to get a visual. Comes up. Oh, he's 30 years old. He ain't a baby no more. Okay. So, Dominique Armani Jones. Okay. I've heard of his name, but that's it. That's it. Oh. Oh. Lil Baby. Okay. Who was Little Baby caught with? Oh, he got arrested in Las Vegas? Look, he says, I've got over 100 million, okay, from labels and deals, okay? But out of all that money, nobody told me how to pay taxes. Okay. You know you got to pay taxes. Just from the comment, you know you got to pay taxes. And if it's nobody telling you, then you need to ask. Oh my God. Nobody even told me to pay my tax. Okay, see, when I see a comment like that, I just go, okay. I recognize BS when I see it. Okay, did he lose 8 million? Oh, at the casino. You lost $8 million at the casino? Okay. I'm not feeling these glasses. Okay. That, uh, he doesn't sound too bright. But anyway, let's go on. I'm just going to do a cold reading on him. Okay. But child, let me get my cover photo while I'm at it. Okay. So, these are both tarot decks. So, doesn't matter which one I'm going to start with. Okay. And hopefully you can, there we go, you can get a read, okay? So we have Lil Baby, okay? What did they say his name was? Oh, matter of fact, what is his, oh, December 3rd. He's got a birthday coming up. He's going to be 31. So Dominique Jones, 1994. Oh, yeah. He's going to be 31. Mm-hmm. He's 5'8", so he's not short, but he's not tall. Okay. Now, the thing about Dominique Jones, I wouldn't be surprised if I've heard his music. I heard a song, I recognize a song, but I didn't know he sang it. And yeah. So, what can you tell us? Okay. Oh, see, I'm shaking. This is on the table. See, that's another problem. Okay. Um, about the rapper Dominique Jones, who goes by Lil Baby. What do you want us to know on his energy? He's still alive. Okay, what do you want to tell us? And thank you for your answers. Yes. Dominique Jones. Dominique Armani Jones. That's a nice name. That is a nice name. Dominique Armani Jones. He was born December 3rd, by the way, 1994. He's 30 years old. He will be 31 in December this year. He'll be 31. Oh. 30 is a nice age when you get in your 30s, okay? Because you're old enough to know, okay? But you're still young. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, this is a code reading for your entertainment purposes. This reading is my interpretation. Use your own, okay? Or if you'd like to read the cards with me, go ahead. Oh, at the bottom of the reading, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, the Ace of Cups in reverse. So, I take that as somebody being mad, somebody being pissed off, but there's more to it. I'm getting a feeling that there's more to it than just that. So let me look up the meaning of Ace of Cups. Cups reversed. Oh. Now this right here represents a lack of creativity, okay? In reverse, his emotional fulfillment is lacking, okay? He's sad, he's depressed, okay, okay. He can also be drained emotionally and spiritually. He could be drained. Okay. Yeah, and he's probably had some missed opportunities, okay, in all areas. Love, business, okay. So this also card can stand as a warning to protect your emotions. Okay, to protect your emotional energy. Okay, stay guarded, and your creativity. Okay, to protect. Okay, so stand guarded when it comes to your emotions and your creativity is basically what it's saying. If you're giving advice, okay, we're not giving advice, we're going to read this as it is. Okay, he is lacking some creativity, he's stagnant. Okay, now let me go back to this question now that I think about it. And because I think they wrote a lot. Yeah, what's going on in his love life? What does he feel about his ex Jada? What does okay? I don't know if I can answer all these questions, but I'm going to answer some of them. And we've already answered the first, okay, one and the first two. Okay, what has he? Why has he been so quiet? Okay, what about his love life? Okay, well, he's on an emotional stagnation. How about that? Okay, he's just, he's you could say he's like at a crossroads. Okay, first card out is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so he's at an emotional crossroads. Okay, but he's happy. He's cool for right now. He's cool. Long as he stay out those gambling casinos, he'll be all right. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. There we go. He's at some kind of crossroads, okay? He's at some kind of crossroads. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this Seven of Pentacles, okay, is reaping what you sow, okay? So this could also be as him looking at his investments, because I don't see any returns. I just see him eyeing his investments or his money, looking at his money situation. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, so he is carrying a very heavy load he needs to get off his back. Okay, so he needs to drop that load. He may have already dropped it. If he hasn't, he needs to just drop it. Okay, it's too much, let it go. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. Now he's working. Look like he working. Or he's trying to work with this card. Look like he's trying to dig up some opportunity. Okay. He's loaded down. Okay. So, maybe when he drops this load, or if he's already dropped it, okay, he'll be able to bring back some opportunities, some creativity. Okay. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there's his relationship right there. There isn't one. Okay, right now. Yeah, he's got, yeah, so he's single and he's happy. He's cool for right now. We have the Chariot. Okay, so things are pushing forward. He wants to move forward, but he's got to decide what direction he's going in. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So he's not too happy, and this is going right underneath the Seven of Pentacles, looking at his money, and he's not too happy at what he sees. The High Priestess, okay, so this load that he's carrying, okay, and he needs to release is secrets. Okay, these secrets or something he knows is weighing him down, bothering him, okay, whatnot, and he needs to get rid of it. He needs to get it off his chest. And then we have the King of Wands. Okay, yeah. So the King of Wands is going right here below the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, he's trying to dig up some opportunities or whatever. Okay. Well, this King of Wands, he's ready for action. Okay. He's ready for action. We have the Fool, but we have it in the upright position. Okay. So he just needs to be cautious. He's still young and dumb, as so to speak. Okay, allegedly, he's carefree. Okay, yeah. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, there's some bad news coming in, or I wouldn't say. Well, it probably is usually when it's in reverse. Okay, but there's some news. He's going to get some news. Okay. He's going to get some news, and it may have to deal with his actions. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles, he busy. Okay, he's working on it. Okay, because he doesn't like what he sees on his investments or his money, whatever he's looking at. He's looking at his money. He's looking at his income. He's looking at his resources. He doesn't seem too happy with what he's seeing, and so he's got to get to work. Okay, so you may be hearing from him soon. We have, okay, the Nine of Cups in reverse. So his wishes are not being fulfilled. Okay, his wishes are not being fulfilled. This burden that he has seems to be holding him back. Okay? It seems to be holding him back. We have, we got the devil. Okay? We got the devil. That's why I'm saying you got to be careful. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. We got to be careful because we have the devil, we have the Fool at the beginning of this row here. And we have the devil at the end. Along with that, we have his money, okay, the Knight of Pentacles trying to work on his money. We have the King of Wands who's ready for action, but we got the devil, okay, on his shoulder. So he's got to be careful. You got to be careful, Lil Baby. See, you got some folks whispering in your ear, and it's not good. Okay? And then we have the Hangman. Okay? Yeah, it's going to get him caught up. It's going to get him caught up. Okay? We have the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold. There's a loss. He's going to have a loss. This is going to cause a loss. Okay? And we have the Eight. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay? So he's not able to go anywhere because of his money situation, okay? And being left out in the cold, his loss, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, he lost. Oh, and then look at that. Is that 8 milli? Oh, that 8 milli. Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Back it up. Back it up. Okay. That makes sense now. See? Okay. And then we got the Eight of Wands. Wow. Just now, okay. All these eights, okay. And I'm going to tell you what that's telling me right now. Right now. That 8 milli that he lost in the casino, I was just reading about. That 8 milli that he has lost in the casino has hurt him. It put a dent. Some way, somehow, it put a dent in his situation. Okay? And the news, okay, he may be getting some news. He talking about he ain't paid his taxes or he don't know about paying no taxes. The tax man may come for him. Okay, that might be the bad news coming in. Okay, but that eight of pentacles, eight of cups, eight of wands. Okay, that 8 milli that he lost at the casino is wearing on him. And that might be the burden, okay, that he is carrying. Whatever, okay, however that it's okay. I would imagine it would be a big burden, okay, and he's pissed, but he has nobody to be pissed at but himself. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse, okay. Oh yeah, it's coming. Okay, it's coming clear. Now see, when he was in the casino, okay, it was the 7 of Cups sitting upright. He was delusional. Now that he done lost all that money, it's upside down. It's in reverse. Okay, now he's thinking clearly. Say, oh, okay, okay. And then we have the 9 of Wands, okay, in reverse. Okay, so he's not tired. He was tired. Okay, he's not tired. Okay, he's not tired. But apparently what I'm getting is the devil was on his shoulders, okay, in that casino, telling him all kinds of wrong. And he was listening, and he ended up 8 milli in the hole. Okay, y'all. So, oh, I left the card out. Okay. Oh, it's not in that deck, but I'm glad I found it. Okay. It was just the other deck. Okay. Make sure okay. So, to sum that up is, okay, the 8 milli that he lost, it has an effect because he says, remember, he made over 100 million from contracts and deals. Okay, he's saying it like over a period of time. Okay, in his business, even though nobody told him about paying no taxes. Okay, they also didn't tell him about gambling either. Okay, if you lost 8 milli, okay, that's just negligent. You got money and you got all this money. You lose 8 milli in the casino. I don't care if it's 1 milli. That's just sheer negligence. Okay. I'd lose it over investment than sit up there in the casino feeding the machine or whatever he was doing. Okay. So that's what that deck is saying. Now we're going on to the next deck. Now this one got 78 stories. Okay. So this got a story for every situation. Okay. Yeah, that came together real good. Okay, so what can you tell us about, let's see if I have anything extra. I mean, anything, I'm pretty sure, because there was a lot of questions. Oh, what's to come of his career? Okay. Well, I'll tell you now, it asked about his first baby mama and his ex-girlfriend, I believe, Jada. Okay, so his first baby mama and Jada. And I tell you right now, that is the least on his mind. Okay, that 8 milli that he lost. Okay, he ain't thinking about them, not at the time. Okay, because he thinking about that 8 milli he lost. See, apparently, if you're thinking like that, you didn't have it like that. So I don't know why you were in there, okay, spending all that money. But let's ask about his future. I normally don't go into the future, okay? But when you put energy, sometimes the energy you put out now will linger on, okay, into your future, okay? So that's where that energy is going. So let's check it out. Can you tell us about the future, the near future of the rapper Lil Baby, Dominique Armani Jones, born December 3rd, 1994. Okay, what can you tell us about his see if I can push that back as much as I can. About his future. Okay, what's going on for the near future? What's in the near future for Lil Baby? Okay, because we just know he lost that 8 milli. Okay, and he's got burden. It's bothering him. Okay, so what's in the future? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay. Like I said, this is for your entertainment purposes. This is all alleged, okay? And I forgot what I was getting ready to say. So now we have the food, okay? But this is in the upright position, okay? So this is just like nonchalant, okay? Like skip-de-loo, okay, down the street, you know, the fool, okay? So you better watch where you're going, okay? That's what that is. If I give you some advice, you got the fool. Underneath all this, okay, you need to be aware of where you're going, aware of the people around you, aware of everything, even your little pets, okay? You got to be aware, okay? And you got to be smarter than that. Okay, sitting up at a casino losing $8 million, okay, is just ridiculous. But anyway, let's go. First card up, 9 of Cups. Did we get the 9 of Cups before? Or was it Pentacles? Okay, but this right here is happiness. Okay, oh, he gonna have him a good Thanksgiving. Look at that. Okay. You're going to have him a good Thanksgiving. So we have 9 of Cups, okay? So emotionally, he's fulfilled, okay? We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. The Knight, the Knight, the Knight of Swords. Not the 9, but the Knight, okay? Now, this right here deals with lies, okay? This deals with some lies, okay? Let's get a more in-depth reading, okay? Knight of Cups in reverse. There you go. Yeah, immaturity. Yeah, so he gotta pick it up here. Yeah, because yeah. So this right here signifies a person who is emotionally unavailable or deceitful, or he's unreliable, okay? And that's not good, especially if others see you that way and you're in the industry you're in. They don't want to work with you. They can't trust you. We have the Empress, okay? We have the Empress. She's pregnant with possibilities, okay? So he's, like I said with the Fool, young and dumb, okay? And here it is right here, immaturity, okay? He has a lot of possibilities, okay? But he needs to grow up, and he needs to do it fast. The sooner the better, okay? He needs to grow up. We have the King of Cups in reverse, okay? So the King of Cups is someone who is pissed off. He's in reverse, okay? This is masculine energy, okay? And maybe he's mad at his opportunities, okay? But he can't be mad at nobody, like I said, with the 8 milli. He can't be mad at anybody but himself, okay? Because he's immature. And he's 30 years old, so he needs to grow up. Put on his big boy draws, so to speak, okay? We have, the 2 of Swords in reverse, okay? And this deals with needing to make a decision. He needs to stop procrastinating, and he needs to make a decision, Okay, he needs to decide on what he's gonna do, whatever. Okay, he has to sit the five. Oh no, the six of coins, the six of pentacles is in reverse though. Okay, and anytime the pentacles, okay, is in reverse, this represents being stingy. This represents being stingy, but I guess he lost 8 million. Okay, that don't look too stingy to me, but I bet he gonna be stingy now. Okay, stingy. Okay, and it could also be mishandling your money. Okay, there we go with the 10 of coins. Okay, and that's over the Knight of Swords, the immaturity. Okay, and that's why he's pissed. That's why he's pissed. Immature. Needs to take responsibility and realize he effed up. Okay, he's not happy, and doesn't seem like the family, whatever family he has, I don't know about, is not happy either. Okay, then we have the devil. See, that's his problem. He got the devil in the details, and the devil is in the details of his opportunities. Okay, too much indulgence. That's what that, see, look at that. Look at the women. Too much indulgence, too much partying. Okay, yeah. So, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, I'm in the Six of Swords in reverse. I'm trying to picture the Six of Swords, but I can't. Okay. Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. So this card in reverse represents being stuck. Okay? Being stuck. And that's why I was telling you we got that on the other deck with the Two of Swords, and it was another card, okay, about making decisions, okay. He's feeling trapped, okay. He's in a difficult situation, okay. So we are looking at the future. What does his future hold? And this is it. He's going to have some difficulties because there's too much indulgence, too much partying, okay, too much immaturity. This partying relates to the immaturity, okay. Then we have the Five of Cups, okay. The Five of Cups. So this represents a loss. He's going to have a loss. He's going to experience another loss, okay? He still has opportunities / options, but he is going to experience some kind of loss, and it may be on the emotional level, okay? And then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, okay? So we have some action slowing down, okay? Slowing down or coming to a stop in his future, okay? Yes. So he's going to have to do some temperance. He's going to have to refrain from the drinking and partying. He's going to have to use some type of self-control, okay? And then we have the Five of Coins. Okay. Now, the Five of Coins is just that. Mismanagement of money. Mismanaging your money. When he went in and okay, I'm going to tell you something. We're talking about, sometimes when you're doing these readings, you got to remind yourself of what you're reading. Okay, I'm reading the future. That's what I'm trying to read here, okay? But some of these cards take me back to that 8 milli, okay? There's a lot around. Apparently, there's something about that 8 million that he lost, okay, that's causing a heavy burden, and it's going to track on into the future, is what I believe, okay? Because I keep getting around that 8 milli. We have the five of coins, okay? He may experience another loss, okay, because of mismanagement of money. And that's why this takes me back to the 8 milli, because when you lose 8 milli, I don't care who you are. If you're losing that kind of money, even $1 million in the casino, to me, it's a mismanagement of money. Okay? A mismanagement of money. And how you go in the casino and manage to lose 8 million, and there's people that are homeless and starving out there. You know how many buildings you could have built with that? I don't know either. But anyway, then we have the world. Yeah. So there's going to be some kind of ending for him. Okay. And I'm getting that it's going to be over for him in the future. Uh, he's going to be trying to get contracts in Las Vegas. Isn't that where all the washed up entertainers go, to Las Vegas? Okay. Oh, damn, Cheetah. And we got the death card. Not the world next to the death card. Ooh, let me look this up. Okay, that's not good at all. Oh my God. Okay, let me see. The world card next to the death card. Okay, yeah. This signifies a drastic change. This is a tower moment, in other words, okay? You're ending something, okay? Something in your life is coming to an end. You have the death card, and I mean it's coming to an end. Why we got the lady girl? Why she is she in labor? What? Why they put that on the death card? Okay, but it also signifies the end and the beginning. That's the thing about the death card, okay? So, okay, I'm getting clarification here. The death card, the world card is the end, okay? And the death card is emphasizing that end, but also signifying something new, okay? So, something transforming. There's going to be a big transforming in his life. A big transformation. We're going to do one more row. We have the four coins. Okay. The four of coins deals with holding on to something. Okay. But it's in reverse. He's going to let go of people, places, and things. He's going to let go. Okay. The king of coins is in reverse. Now this is my king money card. But when it's in reverse, he's broke. Okay. And I believe that his finances is going to take him in a whole nother world. Okay. He might be, yeah, he's going to have a big transformation. So, and we have the 10 of cups again in reverse. They're not happy. The family is not happy. We have the 10 of cups. What was that other card? The 10 of coins. Oh, look at this. They're very similar cards. Look at this, guys. We have the 10 of cups, and we have the 10 of coins. Okay. That's not good. In reverse. In reverse. In reverse. That's not good. The lovers. Okay. That is going underneath the world card. The lovers, okay, can be just that, his love life, okay, or it could be an agreement of some kind, okay. But I'm picking up his love life is not going to be that cool. It's going to affect his love life. And it is, because when you broke, don't nobody want to be your girlfriend, okay. And then we have the 7 of coins, and the 7 of coins is in reverse, okay. So on this particular card, so it looks like his investments is not too good. 7 of coins in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, so we have the 7 of coins, okay. His investments are not paying off, okay. He needs to reevaluate. Yeah, he needs to reevaluate his situation here, because it's not looking too good in the future, in the near future for the baby, okay. And I'm gonna wrap it up with that, because my conclusion is that 8 milli that he lost at the casino is going to present some problems, okay. It's like a lesson, okay. That's a lesson for him, and he's gonna hopefully learn the lesson, okay, because that 8 milli that he lost in the casino is gonna present a life lesson, okay. And whether he learns from it or not is going to depend, is going to be his outcome in the future, okay. So that's what that said, and look forward to that. Look forward about that 8 milli, hearing about that 8 milli again, okay. Look forward, okay, to some disappointments in his life around that 8 milli that he lost at the casino. That's just, I can't get how, let me look. I just can't get how ridiculous that was. Uh how many kids does he have? Oh, he's got 2 sons, Jason and Loyal, from 2 different baby mamas. Cute little boys. Cute little boys. Okay, so oh, it says what rapper has 22 baby mamas, and I'm like, wait, did it just say he had two? Okay, so yeah. Um okay, so he's been in the news for a warrant. Oh, in Atlanta for the deaths of 2 teenagers, and he denies involvement. Of course, he's going to deny involvement. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a I've been doing channeling. I've been doing channeling now because I know I've always known I was psychic. I had psychic dreams, had visions. Okay, I know that. But the thing about it, it scares me because a lot of the things that I would dream would be bad, and I didn't wish anything bad on people. Okay, this is when I was young. Okay, and ever since then, I got into my 20s. Okay, I had some more dreams. Okay, and ever since my 20s, I kind of backed off. Okay, because I didn't like that bad energy. I didn't like that. Okay, so I still had some little psychic things here and there. Okay, but I didn't get into that because I'm just like, okay. I think when I dreamed that I died, I got shot in the head at uh, uh, with a bow and arrow in Golden Gate Park because I was living in San Francisco at the time. In Golden Gate Park, I took the clothes I was wearing in the dream. I took I think the pants or the shirt and put it in the garbage. I threw it away. To break the chain. Okay. Yes. And ever since then I'm not really too kind on these psychic visions that I get, okay, in my dreams. So that's what that is. But now I've been going back and I have been channeling, and I actually had a hit in one of the cold murder cases. That was the body that was found in the Honda Civic. And it was a hit. It was a minor hit, but it was a lot to me because it was accurate. And the hit was when I was channeling, I got a vision of that shift, that gear, okay, in the car. And I said, and she was found in the car, okay, partially burned in her Honda Civic. And I didn't know, because some people have the shift down here, but it still can be an automatic. It could be a manual or automatic, okay? And I couldn't see which one it was, or even if that was the case. But I noticed, I'm like, is that car stick for some reason? So in my channeling, okay, I finished my channeling and I went straight and looked at my phone at a 2007 Honda Civic. And sure enough, it was that gear right there in the middle, okay? It was the gear, okay? So in other words, whether it's automatic or manual or stick shift, okay, it still has that gear down here instead of on the wheel where you could just yank it, okay? So that was my hit. But anyway, I'm just carrying on. But that was pretty cool. So it says that they feel it was gang related, okay? Two teenagers. Is this at the same time? Oh, it was sparked by a music video shoot for Lil Baby in rival territory. And this was May of last year. Oh my goodness. Oh, we need to read on that. He was not accused of being the shooter. The incident and its subsequent escalation led to his name appearing in the investigation. So his name was brought up in the investigation, and his crew. Oh, so there were two teenagers that named him, okay, in the shootout. He was named. Him and his crew were named by two teenagers. Oh, wow, they were only 13. Oh, check it out. They said that the the hit came from prison, okay? And it was related to, I guess, a cowardly rapper uh, filming in their territory. So they looked at him as a coward, okay? So we gonna bring out, okay, because I'm nosy. We gonna bring out the gold card. Haven't used that in a while, okay? We doing the gold card. Let me do some lighting, okay? Don't go now. Don't go. Yes. Where's my true crime? Oh, there it is. True crime. Okay. Yes, this is going to be a long one. Did I say it was going to be short? You believe me? Oh my God. Okay. So here we go. Let's do this. Oh. Okay. So we are going to start with the gold deck, okay? And with the gold deck, we want to know, what is the Lil Baby's involvement, okay, in the 2024 May shooting and killing of two 13-year-old boys? Him and his little baby, him and his crew. That's what they call it, his crew. He says he had nothing to do with it. Two teenagers said, okay, he had a lot to do with it. What can you tell us about the shooting? And this was in Atlanta in 2004, okay? Of two 13-year-old boys. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. See, I tell you, I've been doing a cold reading. I don't be knowing all this stuff. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Lies. Okay, that's what's going to be underneath this whole thing is lies. Okay, yeah. Lack of ideas, intellectual failure, hostility. Okay. Ooh, the King of Swords, corruption. King of Swords, corruption. That's at the beginning. First card out. The Ace of Pentacles. So there was some kind of offer. Okay. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding on to something. Okay. Somebody has information. And that could be something that's on his conscience too. And we had the other reading, and I said he has a heavy burden he needs to get off. Okay. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. Now, this has to do with unloading something off your mind, mental strength, finding the mental strength, waking up, rejoining the world, coming out of isolation. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So that's some financial hardship. Did they do this wrong? Yeah, they did this wrong. Yeah, this right here, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So there's some type of financial disaster going on with him, okay? Now, we're not talking, we're asking about the involvement, but it's funny how you ask one question and the cards will come up regarding something else. This is what the cards want us to know. We have the Hangman, okay? And this has to do with feeling trapped, confined, self-limiting, okay? And that might be a situation, this situation with them little kids and him being involved, okay, is keeping him trapped. Waiting, lack of direction, okay? So, and here's the thing about it. If that's the case, and if that's the way he feels, my inclination is that he must have had something to do with the death of those two little 13-year-old boys, because you wouldn't have all that mental guilt hanging on you and all this in isolation, okay, going into a perspective, okay, just being negligent with your money. uh you you wouldn't be feeling all that if you didn't have anything to do with it, okay? So there may be some truth in it. Yeah, we have the Moon card, so there's secrets, and he's hanging on to these secrets, okay? Yeah, there's going to be some news going out, so his secrets are going to be coming out. And they may not be secrets relating to the death of the two boys, but he's got some secrets coming that's going to be coming out quickly. I'm not saying soon. I said quickly. There's a difference. Okay. So we have the Queen of Wands right here. Okay. And she's about that life. Okay. She can also be hot-tempered. And that's also what came up in the other deck about him. Okay. We have the Hierophant. Okay, so we have the government, institutions, okay, getting involved, and this is going to be involved, okay, it looks like something to do with his money. So it may be the tax people coming after him. Could be the court system, okay? Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So he trying to get away with something, but he's going to get caught. He's going to get caught. It's going to come out. Whether he confesses it, they got the DNA, whatever, it's going to come out. Okay? And then we have the Emperor in reverse. That's the corruption. Right here, under the moon, with the secrets. Oh, he doing up. And then we have right here, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay? That's the betrayal. Okay? Backstabbers, okay? Oh, this could be curses. I didn't know it said that. Curses. Ooh. Okay. But rock bottom. Yeah. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay? Yeah. He's pissed. Oh, he's pissed. Yeah, he's not going to be happy at all. His dreams are going to be his nightmares. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, And the Knight of Wands is facing his shattered dreams, his nightmares. So there's going to be some actions / news coming out. Okay. Um, Now, as far as his involvement in this case with these two little boys, I feel that he does have some involvement, him and his crew, okay? And that could be what's weighing on his mind. Also, he's going to have financial problems. So it looks like he's gonna have some situations. He's hiding. And it came up in the other thing when I was reading about. I don't know what exactly it was in this reading we had with these cards. Okay, that okay. They tend to be a liar. Okay. Mm, okay. So you just can't read just the top part. You got to read the whole paragraph because we're reading about a person and some things, okay, like some of this stuff in here, okay, like we have the Knight of Wands, okay. This can tell you about this person who represents the Knight of Wands, and it also has some words that may have to do with a personality trait. So you could be reading on a woman and you get the Knight of Wands, okay, and instead of just being about this person, it could be more of a personality trait, whether it's male or female. Okay. Or the situation. Okay. I'm losing my train of thought here. Okay. So we're reading on the baby. What do you want us to know about the baby and his crew? Lil Baby. Lil Baby. Not the baby. Lil Baby. Born December 3rd, 1994. Okay. Uh, what was his name? Dominique Armani. Okay. Jones. And his involvement in the death of the two 13-year-olds in Atlanta. His name came up in the investigation, and he says he has no involvement. So what do you want us to know about Lil Baby and his involvement in the 1994 deaths of the two 13-year-olds? And thank you for your answers. What do you want us to know? Okay. Two 13-year-old boys dead behind gang violence. And this is another thing too that comes to mind. That's why I don't go to concerts and stuff. Well, I'm past that age, but it's a long time. I stopped going to concerts and stuff when they start doing that and coming out with these gangs and stuff. And even more so now, because these rappers and these singers that you see, okay, on stage, they're doing something else behind the scenes. Okay. And I wouldn't say some of them. I would say, I'm not going to say all, even though I want to say all of them, but the majority of them have some down low, okay, underhanded business that they shouldn't be doing in the background. And you don't know nothing about until you get hit with a bullet. Well, you still may not know, but your family will. Okay. So what do you want us to know about the Lil Baby, if he had any involvement in the death, okay, of the two 13-year-old boys that were killed last year, May? And thank you for your answers. Oh boy, he's giving a lot of energy. A lot of energy. Okay. It's a long road, okay? It's a long road. She's traveling, okay? Matter of fact, he was traveling because he was in concert in Atlanta. Drugs, Suicide. I don't know what that has to do. Suicide. Maybe it was going to his concert was like suicide. I tell you that. Okay. Social media. Crime of passion. Okay. So, crime of passion, somebody was upset. Somebody was mad. Okay. We have the mountains. Okay. Now that could do with some kind of travel. And to me, it's air travel, flying, fraud, greed, life insurance. Ooh, ooh, revenge, an affair, runaway. Okay. Now I take it that somebody is running away from the issue. Okay, and that might be it. And as far as the affair, he wasn't the only one. Okay, he wasn't the only one in this affair, in this situation. Okay, some people, and they revenge. Okay, they did say it was set up from prison about him being in somebody else's territory. Now the life insurance, I don't know, but see, when life insurance comes up, I be side eyeing. Okay, I be side eyeing. Okay, was there any type of life insurance? Okay, on those boys, or one of those boys, or both of them boys, for some reason. Okay, or maybe it was on the baby himself, and maybe they missed the target. The devil was in the details, that's for sure. Male, hidden. Ooh, there was a meeting. Ooh, I wonder was this. Ooh, I wonder was this some type of hidden. The man was hiding, okay, and this was already a meeting, okay, and was the devil was definitely in the details. But was there some type of hit out on those boys to get the insurance money, and it was covered up by gang violence? Oh, oh my God! Okay, you can't make this stuff up. Wow. It's funny how you come up with a hit, and then the next card is the hit. It's a cover up. Wow. I mean, people have ways of doing stuff now that you would not question it, even with the human trafficking, okay? They are human trafficking right in front of your face and making it look like a everyday transaction or whatever, and it's actually somebody being trafficked, okay, right in front of your face. And this right here hit home. This just, okay. So I don't know. It was something to take a look at. Definitely something to take a look at. Okay. Now, was he involved or was he not? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Because, like I said, it's a cover up. I feel he has involvement. Okay. I do feel there's some involvement. as in he was there, okay? He may not have known about the cover-up situation, okay? Maybe he did. Maybe he was part of the cover-up. I don't know. But there seems like there was a cover-up, and it was due to life insurance. I'm going to leave it at that. Everything's alleged. My interpretations, okay? I hope you enjoyed this 1 hour long video. I know it was long, but I hope you enjoyed it, okay? Stay blessed.